YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another reaction video. Now this comes from a woman who is saying she's unhappy in her marriage. I want to play what she had to say, and I want to get your thoughts on this because I definitely want to give my opinion, and I want to get what you think is happening with so many women thinking this way. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments, so make sure you comment, like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content, and definitely chime in. I want to hear your thoughts on this one. So let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go.
It's just not worth it dealing with someone else every single day of your life. Every day. Every day you gotta deal with somebody. Is marriage even worth it? It's not. It's not. At some point, you're gonna realize that it's always best to just be alone. Because I've been married for about 7 years, and I don't even know if this is worth it. Like, and not saying that there's anything necessarily wrong. There's nothing wrong, and that's the point. Like, I don't even know why I'm upset. I'm just, like, not thinking that I made the right decision. Like, and I am a good man, I do, and that's not the point. The point is, it's like, you really do lose yourself. You lose your sense of individuality. You lose your sense of peace. And this could be even to a good man. Like, you're gonna lose something, and I don't think it's worth it. Like, at all.
Now, before she continues, I want to say this. You guys know I'm a married woman, been married for over 20 years. I'll just say over 20 years. To be quite frank and honest with you guys, you know, just for any women that are watching, listen, marriage is not easy. Marriage is not easy. And I really wish other women would tell people this, but tell them in a way so that they'll understand what to expect. Not telling them that it's hard and to walk away and or not aspire to want marriage if that's what you want, but that it's work, that you cannot go into it with this fairy tale mentality, that you have to go into it with the idea of this is going to be work, just like anything else that you want to build. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, I think, and I can understand and sympathize with women who are in long-term relationships or marriages and how you can lose yourself. And I understand all of the things that I hear women saying, but at the same time, when you've been married for so long, you realize how you overcome those things. And the feelings and the things that you're going through has nothing to do with your husband. It has everything to do with you, your internal self-worth, your internal self-value, how you see yourself, what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and what your expectations were when going into a marriage. See, people like to automatically jump to the conclusion that, oh, if you're feeling a certain type of way in your marriage, and if you're feeling unhappiness and you feel all this, that it has to be the man, that he's the problem. No, a lot of the problems are internal. It's you. And I would say, listen, I always say to women, look, find a hobby. Find something that brings value to you. Find things that make you happy within yourself. If it's a cooking class, or if it's a, find activities that you can do that will bring or enlighten you and give you purpose. Because a lot of times women do get caught up in the, everyday mundane lifestyle. If it's, taking care of the family, taking care of the kids, the household and those things, and they're not subjecting themselves or opening themselves up to anything outside of that. So this is why you hear women talking about they feel like they're losing themselves and they don't know what they're doing. Sometimes you don't know if you're coming or you're going, because you're not used to that. And you think automatically that something is wrong. And I don't think that anything is wrong. It's the natural process of you being in a relationship or in a stable marriage. It becomes mundane. You know what I mean? It becomes your everyday life. But in order to get past that feeling of loneliness or a feeling of whatever, or doubt, thinking that you've made a bad decision, you have to start occupying your time with things that interest you and things that, you can venture into that will satisfy you. Because remember, your happiness is not based on your husband. You as a wife have a duty to your family and your husband has a duty for his role and his family. And it's not based on him sitting down singing Kumbaya and making you feel happy and coddling your feelings 24/7. Now, there's nothing wrong with the man. She says she has a good man. You have a good man and there's no problems. Then why are you upset? Why are you having issues? And this is where you have to look internally. You have to look at yourself and try to figure out how to get you to a better place while you are still married to your good man. Because walking away from him and thinking that marriage isn't worth it is a way or an excuse for you to decide that this is what women should do. You should walk away from your marriages when it doesn't please you, when you feel bad, when the going gets tough, when things seem bad or you don't feel like it's going the way you want it to go. Oh, you just up and leave and break up your family. That is not the solution. Because I guarantee you, you go out and you do that, you're going to regret it. And most women do. So if you are married, you got to understand there's no abuse in that marriage. You have a good husband and you know you have a good husband and there's no issues, then the issue is you. And you got to get to the bottom of that and do things that will enhance your life while you are married, as well as, have that conversation with your husband. If y'all got to go to counseling, go do that therapy to get to the root of the issue, especially if it's not your husband. You have to figure out why you are unhappy in a good situation. But let's continue.
Always had a dream of like getting out of my hometown, like city, and moving on, like moving forward. Like life is supposed to be experience. Like we're supposed to be doing new things and traveling and all that. And I do all of it. But at some point, like, I don't know if I want to continue doing this every single day of my life. Like, always checking in with someone, always having to consider their feelings, it's always somebody else. You're never alone. Like, you never have a moment to yourself. You never can do that. And I don't know, like, and there's gonna be some bitches out there that say like, oh no, you should not. No, like, be fucking weird and not a real ass couple. But I really want girls to know, like, even if it's absolutely worth it, I don't think it is. Even if you found the most perfect man, it's not worth it. It's always gonna be best to just like be alone. And maybe that's why so many men tell older women they're gonna die alone and be so sad. I'm sad with a great man. Like, maybe it's just like not my personality. And like, I know girls are out there that like dying for like a relationship like mine. Like, he takes care of me, but like, I'm sorry, like I can't even really barely deal with myself and my own emotions. Imagine somebody that you know for such a short amount of time, because you're never gonna know that man like you think you do, and that's just not in a negative way. Like, I just don't think marriage is for me, and I'm tired of it, and I don't know what else to do, because this is like imagine living a fairy tale and it's nothing like you imagined it. You're living your literal fairy tale and it's not what you want. It's not what you want. Even if you think that you want it, even if it's exactly what you dreamed of, it's still just, I don't know.
Yeah, she seems like she needs therapy. She needs some type of therapy. She needs some help because, it's in this situation, you can't look at it and say, oh, the man is the problem, because she says she has a perfect marriage and she has everything that she wants. She said if you compare it, she compared it to her fairy tale, she has it, but she's still unhappy. That has nothing to do with her husband and her marriage. It has everything to do with her. She's unhappy for some other reasons. Maybe marriage is not for her. Maybe, the things that she thought she wanted, and then when she got it, it really wasn't what she wanted. But that has everything to do with her. That has nothing to do with her husband. She didn't say he was a bad person. She said he was a great man. And her relationship is good. Everything is good. So I want women to not look at this and say, oh, see, he's not the problem, because she clearly stated that he's not. It's her. This is why I say a lot of women are dealing with mental anguish. They're dealing with things that they have not resolved within themselves. And it doesn't matter if you get married or stay single, those things are still going to haunt you. no relationship or no man or nobody is going to help you fix those issues. That's something you have to work on internally with some type of specialist or somebody who can help guide you in the right mental capacity. This is not a woman who is scorned by her husband or being treated badly by her man. The man doesn't seem to be the problem with the issues that she's having because it's her own internalized issue. And I think this happens with a lot of women, but because they don't realize it, or they're creating issues for themselves and they happen to be in relationships and they just throw it on the man, this happens more than you might think. And a lot of women are not resolving these issues. All they're doing is going from relationship to relationship to relationship, and the issues still follow them because they're not dealing with it, and they're thinking that it's the men that are causing them to feel this way, but it's absolutely not the man. It's them in many cases. There's no other explanation for you feeling the way you're feeling and so unhappy and distraught and confused if you have everything that you wanted and you got it and you still are unhappy. Then that means that's a psychological issue. That's something that you have not dealt with, something you need to figure out with a therapist, and you need to have those conversations with that therapist to figure out how to get to the root of your problems so that you can work out things in your marriage and enjoy the marriage that you have, enjoy the life that you have. This is why I say people ask for what they want, and when they get it, they still are unhappy because they don't know what they really want. They think they do, and then when you get it, if you happen to get it, you're still depressed. You still have problems. Because it's not the things and the person that's going to fix your life. It's the issues or the trauma that's inside of you that you haven't dealt with. That is going to get to the root of your issue so that you can be a happier person for yourself, for a potential husband, for your family, for your kids, and for everybody around you. So once again, a lot of women are pushing their mental issues onto the men, saying that these men are narcissists, these men are the crazy ones. But a lot of times it's unresolved issues that you haven't resolved that are affecting you in a way that you don't even understand, but you're passing it off as if it's the man's problem, and that still is not going to fix your issues. No matter when you're single or no matter whether you're with someone, you're still going to have these issues. And until you resolve them, you're going to have this feeling of unhappiness, this feeling of hopelessness, just this feeling of being unhappy, even when there's no reason around you for you to be unhappy. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments, y'all. Make sure you chime in. I want to hear what you have to say, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.